Nat, congratulations on winning this award for the second year in a row, third year overall. But I mean, what a year it has been. And when you just consider financially, has this been, if you like, a game changer for the women's game with the WPL, with the parity in match fees at international level now for England players?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the match fees have like doubled some of the England players' salaries just playing one series. It's such an incredible thing to think back on. Obviously, being part of the WPL as well, it just seems like it's not really. It seems like it's not really real to me still. Um, yeah, so just having a quick think about it and really the enormity of the year that's happened. Yeah, hopefully it's the first of many firsts in terms of women's cricket's journey, I think.
How does it change the way you go about things, if it does at all? Does it make you think strategically differently about how to map your year out, anything like that?
Not necessarily. I mean, my focus is still to be as fit and as strong as I can be to perform for England and to win matches for England. And yeah, I guess in the last 12 months, I've thought more about balancing where I can go away and then where I can be at home and things like that. But still, I mean, I'm 30, 31. And yeah, I know that cricket isn't, forever. So actually having those opportunities there for me is also something to think about in for the end of my career as well. So yeah, it's been such a big year for me for cricket, and yeah, really for everything.
Do you think that you would get to a point where you would concentrate on T20 leagues because of the opportunities that could even be there in other leagues in sort of 3-4 years time?
Yeah, I wouldn't write it off. I mean, T20 is obviously I mean, bar the 100, it's a very short format and probably less toll on your body as well physically. Yeah, I guess that's where the hard work comes in terms of my fitness and strength to make sure that I can have that longevity throughout all of the formats. But I mean, inevitably things might come to an end. I might get an injury or something that will hold me back. Like this summer, I had that knee thing, and yeah, it held me back from one of my skills. So yeah, it's making sure that I'm in a great place to be performing firstly for England, and then yeah, I wouldn't write anything off, but yeah, England's my focus, obviously.
Where do your ambitions lie then still with England? Do you have captaincy ambitions, given you've had a taste of that? Would you have an ambition to lead at a World Cup and Ashes?
Yeah, I do. I think hopefully, well, obviously Heather's got a few years left in her, I'm sure. She's obviously, been very long-standing in her ability to, play all formats and things like that, and she's done such a great job. It would be big shoes to fill. But yeah, I would like to lead England, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Whether it's one format at a time, I'm not really sure, but yeah, it'll be really great to lead England.
And how do you think things have changed around you, for you, given, I suppose, the status that you've gained in the last couple of years, not least going for that highest overseas price tag as you did jointly, 320,000 at the WPL, and the way you are playing, being up there as the best in the world at the moment. Do you feel comfortable? Have you sort of grown into that sense of being comfortable with sort of who you are at the top of the game?
I think so. I think the probably the 50 over World Cup in New Zealand is where I don't know, realised my not potential, I'm not really sure what the way of describing it is, but I guess realised what I could do against really good teams. And yeah, I guess I've sort of taken that, and especially in 50 over cricket, and run with it really. And yeah, like anyone who's been at the top of their game, it's how they can stay there. So yeah, how I can get that longevity and how I can recreate that mindset that I had against the Aussies, against every team. yeah, I was really glad to be able to do that against Sri Lanka at the end of the summer. And yeah, make sure that I'm recreating that in my mind before going out, I guess.
And final thought on that question of parity, talked about the match fees in England. How far away do you think the game is in England from full kind of financial commercial parity with the men's game, given that there are still players at domestic level who still need part-time jobs at the moment?
Yeah, it's hard. I guess it's hard to know, because without, you know, an unlimited amount of money, you can't increase everyone to be up to the same level. So obviously there's people in the regional game that like you say need a part-time job, and where do you put the money first? Do you put the money into the England women to try and get to raise their salaries to be more equal with the men, or do you put it into the domestic game where those are the people who are going to be the future of England? It's I mean, I'm glad I'm not making the decision. It's quite a difficult thing to balance. We are obviously much closer than we were at the start of the year. So yeah, hopefully we're looking into a new contract and things like that, and things will become more equal. And yeah, I guess that's all we can ask for, to be on that stepping stone up to where we want to be, I guess.
And it has been step by step, and quite big steps in this year in particular. Nat, congratulations on this award once again, and have a great winter also.
Thank you very much. Thanks.